One evening, as Aelion wandered near the forest's edge, he heard a whisper on the wind. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the treetops, and the air was filled with the scent of pine and earth. Aelion had always been drawn to this place, a sanctuary where he could escape the troubles of the village and find solace in nature's embrace. The forest, with its towering trees and hidden secrets, had always felt like a second home to him. As he walked, the whisper grew louder, more insistent, as if calling out to him. He paused, straining to catch the words carried by the breeze. It was a soft, melodic sound, almost like a song, but with an urgency that sent shivers down his spine. Aelion closed his eyes, letting the wind guide him deeper into the forest. The path was familiar, yet tonight it seemed different, as if the forest itself was alive and aware of his presence. The whispering winds seemed to weave a story, a tale of ancient times and forgotten lore. Aelion could almost see the images in his mind, a grand castle, a fierce battle, and a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The wind spoke of heroes and villains, of love and loss, and of a destiny that awaited him. He felt a sense of purpose, a calling that he could not ignore. As he ventured further, the forest grew darker, the trees closing in around him. The whisper became a chorus, voices overlapping and intertwining, creating a symphony of sound that filled the night. Aelion's heart raced with excitement and fear, for he knew that he was on the brink of something extraordinary. The whispering winds had chosen him, and he was ready to embrace whatever fate had in store. With each step, Aelion felt a connection to the forest deepen, as if the very essence of the land was flowing through him. The whispers guided him to a clearing, bathed in the soft glow of the moon. In the center stood an ancient stone covered in moss and vines, with strange symbols etched into its surface. Aelion approached, his hand trembling as he reached out to touch the stone. The moment his fingers made contact, the whispers ceased, and a profound silence enveloped the clearing. Aelion knew that this was just the beginning of his journey. The whispering winds had revealed a path, and he was determined to follow it, no matter where it might lead. The forest held many secrets, and Aelion was ready to uncover them all. The voice spoke of an ancient prophecy, a chosen one who would restore balance to Eldoria. Intrigued and somewhat skeptical, Aelion returned home, only to find his grandfather waiting with a serious expression. The day had been long and filled with unexpected revelations. Aelion had ventured into the heart of the forest, following the whispers of ancient legends that spoke of hidden truths and forgotten magic. The forest, dense and mysterious, had always been a place of wonder and fear for the villagers. As he navigated through the thick underbrush, he couldn't shake off the feeling that he was being watched. The rustling leaves and distant animal calls only added to his unease. Upon reaching a clearing, Aelion stumbled upon an old, weathered stone, covered in strange runes that glowed faintly in the dim light. He had heard tales of such stones from his grandfather, who often spoke of the old ways and the magic that once flowed freely through their land. But seeing it with his own eyes was a different experience altogether. The runes seemed to pulse with a life of their own, and as he reached out to touch them, a sudden surge of energy coursed through his body, leaving him both exhilarated and terrified. With his mind racing and heart pounding, Aelion decided it was time to return home. The journey back was a blur, his thoughts consumed by the implications of what he had discovered. Could the legends be true? Was there really a hidden power waiting to be unlocked? And if so, what did it mean for him and his people? As he approached his village, the familiar sights and sounds brought a sense of comfort, but also a reminder of the responsibilities that awaited him. His grandfather, a wise and respected elder, had always been a guiding force in his life. Seeing him standing at the door with a serious expression only heightened Aelion's sense of urgency. He knew that whatever he had discovered in the forest, it was something that needed to be shared and understood. "Grandfather," Aelion began, his voice trembling slightly, "I found something in the forest. Something extraordinary." The elderly man nodded, his eyes reflecting a mix of concern and curiosity. "Come inside, Aelion," he said softly. "We have much to discuss." As they entered the house, the weight of the day's events settled heavily on Aelion's shoulders. He knew that this was just the beginning of a journey that would test his courage, his beliefs, and his very understanding of the world around him. The old knight revealed a hidden chamber beneath their home, filled with relics and tomes of magic. This chamber, long forgotten by time and untouched by the hands of the unworthy, held secrets that could change the course of history. The knight, whose name had been lost to the annals of time, had guarded this secret with unwavering dedication. As he led the way, the air grew colder, and the walls seemed to whisper ancient incantations. The chamber was not just a room, it was a vault of knowledge, a sanctuary of power. Each relic had a story, each tome a spell that could alter reality itself. The knight's eyes, though aged, sparkled with the wisdom of countless battles and the burden of this hidden truth. The relics ranged from enchanted swords that could cut through the very fabric of existence to amulets that granted the wearer visions of the future. The tomes, bound in leather and inscribed with runes, contained spells that could summon storms, heal the gravest of wounds, or even bring the dead back to life. The knight had spent a lifetime deciphering these texts, understanding their power, and ensuring they did not fall into the wrong hands. He paused before a pedestal upon which lay a particularly ancient book. Its cover was adorned with symbols that seemed to glow faintly in the dim light. "This," he said, his voice a mere whisper, "is the grimoire of eternity. It holds the most powerful spells known to man, spells that could either save or doom our world." The knight's revelation was not just about the physical objects in the chamber, but also about the responsibility that came with such knowledge. He had chosen to reveal this hidden chamber now, at this moment, because he believed the time had come for a new guardian to take up the mantle. The weight of this decision was evident in his every movement, every word. As the knight closed the chamber doors behind them, he knew that the secrets within would either be the world's salvation or its undoing. The hidden chamber, with its relics and tomes, was a testament to the power of knowledge and the eternal struggle between good and evil. It was then that Aelion learned of his true heritage and the destiny that awaited him.